Hey guys, it's me, Meteor, and here we're gonna be back to Pokemon Ranger. Gonna be starting up, and once you start up the game again, you're actually greeted to a new cutscene. Thanks to Meteor's heroics, the Gorak squad's been demolished. Your captures of the 3 legendary Pokemon were works of brilliance. You've become a Pokemon Ranger in every regard, it's obvious to see. Up to now, you weren't permitted to take Pokemon living in one area to a different environment. I'm giving you the authority to freely take Pokemon from one area to another without any restrictions. Don't worry about releasing Pokemon in unfamiliar habitats. A ranger of your caliber only has to wish the Pokemon to return home safely upon release. When you do that, the released Pokemon will return to wherever they came from, however far it may be. You can now take your friend Pokemon anywhere! Listen, Meteors. You're going to be able to do even more as a ranger now. I'm going to leave it up to you to explore the 4 corners of Fior using your own free will. I want you to capture as many Pokemon as possible to further sharpen your skills. Of course, what you do will entail greater responsibility. Well, doesn't the prospect sound exciting? Nah. Ha ha ha. You say that, but your expression says you're twitching with anticipation. Ah, everyone, hello. I trust you've all kept well. Meteors, I have a small request for you. Just now, I completed an add-on device for the capture styler. Will you field test it as a monitor? Sure. Ah, excellent. You'll do it. Meteors, thank you. I'll borrow your styler for a short time. Okay, take this here, tinker with that there, connect this to that, and done. Meteors, here is your styler back. Yes, you received the newly upgraded styler from the professor. What's new and different? Let me briefly explain what is new with your styler. The new attachment adds a function called the Ranger Record. It lets you see such data as how many Pokemon you've captured, how many steps you've walked, and so on. How do you access such data, you ask? It's quite elementary. Open the menu and touch Records. You can use it to check the milestones of your career as a ranger. I get it, Professor. That is a convenient feature. I'll be able to look up records of my own ranger career and apply that knowledge to improve my skills. Exactly, Spencer. What you said is what I want to see happen. If this field test turns out well, I plan to add this feature to all stylers. For now, I would like Meteors to test out under a variety of conditions. Very well, Meteors. I shall leave the testing in your hands. There's no need for you to be especially aware of this new feature. You should merely carry on as you always would. And now I must bid you all farewell. If you happen to be in Fall City, do come visit me at our lab. Meteors, you're lucky to get that new feature. It goes to show the great expectations the professor has in you. There is no end to the ranger's path. It is a long and challenging road, but we can walk it together. All of us. There was something that happened on the Fior Temple mission that had me feeling a little choked up. You remember when Plusle and Minun started dancing on Gorder's organ keyboard? My Plusle and Minun danced in perfect harmony as if they were twins. Right then, the two of them were completely linked on an emotional level. Meteors and Plusle's feelings merged as one in friendship. And thus, its data is actually put into the browser here. Alright, so I said before we're actually going to go into the overworld to actually catch all the new Pokemon and whatnot. But I'm actually not going to do that. I'm actually going to be doing something else. I figure I'm going to be doing the extra missions first before I do anything. So of course I'm going to start off with the first extra mission and go from there. Like I said, there is a lot to cover. I've changed up the order of what I'm going to do like 5 times now. So I'm not even sure if this list I have isn't going to be finalized yet. But I figure I'll just start off with the 3 extra missions first. Let's go over to Fall City real quick. Yes, that's what I said. And when you go up to the Fall City Ranger base, from Hastings to Meteors. How do you like the Ranger Record feature? Do you find it useful? I want to hear your opinions on it, so how about you visit our lab? I shall be waiting impatiently as always. Alright, now first I want to show off the Ranger Records too. If you tap on that, you see the records there. It shows the amount of steps you walked, number of conversations, targets checked, capture attempts, Pokemon captured, field abandoned attempts where they fled. and the amount of times your styler broke. 4 of those times were actually from Entei, so I've only broken it twice before that. I believe once was against, let's see, once was against Billy. When was the other time? Oh, that's right, no, 5 of the, wait, no, yeah, still 4. Where's the 6th one from? I don't remember. Huh. I believe I only lost once to Billy. But who else did I lose by? Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Someone else who knows what else I, got my styler broke from, well, you can go ahead and tell me. Anyway, those are just that there. Just want to show that off. Let's head over to Hastings' lab and see what's going on here. Let's go over here. Don't worry about anyone, they're all useless. Just head in here. Ah, Meteorz, very good of you to visit. The Ranger record feature I added to your styler. How do you like it? Is it useful for your Ranger activities? Why don't you spend the night here? I'm hoping to get a detailed account from you. Yes. Ah, very well. Let's not waste any time. Tell me, what sort of situations do you experience while in the field? Beg your pardon? I'm rushing you too much, am I? Ha ha ha, pardon me, rather thoughtless of me. The night is long and it's still day. We can talk later. What's that? I see. Ha ha ha, that sounds implausible. I see, I see. Meteorz, good morning. I quite enjoyed our chat last night. Thank you so much. Good morning. Meteorz, Joel was looking for you. He said he had a new mission that he wanted you to handle. He wanted you to see him at the Ranger base right away. Could there be some trouble, perhaps? Meteorz, pay me no mind. You're needed at the Ranger base immediately. Do drop by for visits, my friend. You're always welcome here. I'm glad you came. I have a new mission that I want you to do. Strange things have been happening in the Saffron Sea lately. For instance, even though the barometer has held steady, there have been violent waves and abnormal tides. Pokemon that normally live in the sea have come ashore in great numbers too. We also just received even more alarming news. The lighthouse there has suddenly gone dark. Unfortunately, what's causing these strange occurrences remains unknown. That's where you come in, Meteorz. I want you to accompany Arya to the part and get to the bottom of this. I said I don't need any help with this, you know. But our leader said to wait for you, Meteorz. I'm banking on your keen sense of intuition, Arya, and Meteor's capture expertise. Without one or the other, it will be very difficult to take care of this mission. So let me make it official. This is your mission. Go immediately to the port and investigate the strange occurrences in the Saffron Sea. There's a lot of mystery swirling around this mission, but I'm sure the two of you will manage just fine. These extra missions are kind of straightforward, quite literally, because it pretty much is completely just pulls you in the direction you need to go every single time. Ahoy, Rangers! I've been waiting for you. The lighthouse went dark without any warning. The way it is now, ships that pass in the night can't sail safely. I went to the lighthouse's basement to investigate, but it was, well, it shivered me timbers. I don't rightly recall their name, but the basement was full of them. A whole lot of squirmy things that looked like stars. If you want to know what I think, I'd say those things are behind things. So, Rangers, what can you do for us? You can go into the basement this way. Okie doke. Just walk around here. Ew, what is this? It's full of Staryu. Hurry, capture them so they can be calmed down. What are you going to do this entire time? Honestly, what are you actually going to do this entire time you're with me? What does any partner of mine ever do when they're with me? Ever. They're all completely useless. Just, sit there like, oh, I'm just going to wait here. Okay, thanks. See ya. Let's just go ahead and shock all these guys in the same spot. So I capture all 4 of them at the same time. There we go. That was real difficult. Bye-bye, friends. It was the Staryu that caused the layout outage. I guess we're finished here. Let's get out. Eek! Help! Meteorz, that screaming came from the tourist center. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't think the cutscene actually, showed that off enough. Oh, please, Rangers, help me! A whole tour bus worth of Krabby is running amok. They keep waving and clicking their snippers about it, and it's so scary. I balled up my first and tried to engage them in rock, paper, scissors, but they're not having any of it. Let's capture them and return them to the sea. Or rather, I'm going to capture them, and you're just going to sit here idly by and watch nothing. I'm just going to shock them all because I want to get the experience from them. Even though it's not really much experience, anything helps, I suppose. Thank you, you saved us. My knees are still knocking together, but I'm almost back to feeling okay. But what's going on? There have been so many strange things. Woo. What was that? That shouting. It came from the pier. Alright, let's see what's going on now. What do you look at that? That's what I call an I sort of situation. These Pokemon are called cars something, I think it was. They're not what you normally expect to see around here normally. What are all these Carvana doing up here? They seem to be very agitated too. What's happening in the sea to make them behave like that? Anyways, you better capture them so they can calm down. Alright, so these Carvana we haven't actually seen yet. These are new. And they're pretty, they tend to bite a lot, so let's get rid of them with the Poke Assist here. I'm going to try to capture them all grouped together here, just to get as much experience as I can. There we go. 74 range, I think, is a good trade-off in my opinion. Whoa, matey, you're something special. You have my thanks. But it makes you wonder, why are we seeing all these weird things happen one after another? Meteors, look! Over there! Whirlpools! Look how many there are! They can't be possible! That is quite a bit of whirlpools. Meteors! Did you say they could communicate with Lapras? I think you could get close to those whirlpools if you catch a ride on Lapras. I'll stay here at the port to protect the citizens from harm. Meteors, please go out on Lapras and investigate this mystery whirlpools. Okay, what harm are these people even in? Why are you gonna... You know what? Whatever. Never mind. You never do anything anyway. I'm just gonna go out here on a limb and just tackle this myself. It's fine. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Wonder where these whirlpools are gonna take us. In a cave, I guess? Interesting. Oh, it's a Kyogre. That's interesting. There appear to be vicious bite marks on its back. The only thing that could inflict wounds like that would be another legendary Pokemon, Groudon. Kyogre must have encountered its arch-rival Groudon somewhere and engaged it in battle. The mysterious whirlpools appear to be made by the thrashings of Kyogre. Well, let's go ahead and calm it down. And these actually have their own legendary music as well. I'm going to try to capture without any Poke Assist. All these Pokemon, actually. Wait for it. Nope. I know it's possible because I have done it. I'm going to try again here. Come on. Come to the play, please. Come back into the picture. It does tend to waste a lot of time, so that's for sure. That's one thing. And there we go. Caught it. Took a bit more effort than it usually would take, but whatever. That wasn't all too bad. See ya, Kyogre. Meteorz, oh my gosh, you're safe. I'm so relieved. It's been so long since you were swallowed up by this whirlpool, I thought maybe... It's been like 2 minutes. I even teared up a little thinking about it. I shouldn't have worried. Oh, wait a second. I'm kidding. Of course I didn't cry. Yeah, you probably are a little crybaby. You don't really think I'd cry, but that's not important. What happened when you were down in the sea? Kyogre? Those whirlpools are made by Kyogre? And those whirlpools and all those other Pokemon behave abnormally? But the whirlpools are gone now, so does that mean Kyogre's wounds are healed? Gee, Meteorz, that's just fantastic. Let's go back to the ranger base and file a report to our leader. Meteorz, Aria, great work, the both of you. I just got word from the sailor in port that the sea has calmed down. He was definitely grateful. Meteorz got the job done. I wish you would have been there to see it for yourself, leader. Of course, the last part all took place under the waves, so I don't know exactly what happened either. But Meteorz appears to have discovered what was causing the recent troubles. Apparently the cause was Kyogre. It was an agony from injuries sustained in a battle against an unknown enemy. What did you say? The legendary Kyogre? If that is the case, there's no doubt in my mind that its opponent was Groudon. Their colossal battles have been documented in legends from long ago. But who could have ever imagined that their battles would be repeated now in this day and age? Kyogre must have come to the Fjord region to heal its wounds. Whatever the case may be, this mission has unexpectedly given us a new theme for studying Pokemon. Aria and Meteorz, you've cleared your mission with flying colors. Great work, you two. I was the one who did all the work. Well, it's a good thing Aria didn't really do anything, because, well, she honestly didn't really do anything either way. Well, I'm glad that's over. Meteor, I'm glad you're safe. Huh? Meteorz, did you say something? In the port? I was crying? What are you talking about? I didn't do any crying. All I'm saying is that if you were to go away, I wouldn't feel so pressured to work harder, that's all. Cry over you, Meteorz? You've got to be joking. Ha ha ha. It's as if you two were Kyogre and Groudon. Even though you haven't seen each other in a while, the instant you meet, you're already bashing each other. Well, she's technically bashing me. I didn't really say a single word. I hope none of us innocent bystanders get caught up in your squabbling. Just what the Staryu and Carvanha went through this time. Yes, I would like to save. Alright, so here we are back at the entrance of Falls City. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just save here. Let's see if she says anything different. Nope, she says the same exact thing you would have said if she would have said if you didn't actually do that extra mission. Anyway, I'm going to go end off the video here, and next time we'll be tackling on the next extra mission, so I'll see you guys then.